turned into these events they would put together. I remember with my first network marketing company, they had one called, I think it was called Freedom something. It was called Freedom, forget the name of it, but it was a whole weekend event, and normally we had to travel out to that state. It would all come, the network marketing company would do it based on the states where they were well established at. So if there was a presence of network marketers in that state, they would give the big event there. And these were annual events, in many cases, I think biannual, meaning twice a year. But I remember the first company I was with, they had different types of events, So it was a total of 3 major events they had. And the main purpose of these events was content. You get to see the latest leaders, you get coaching, you would get training. You also get to hear about the latest leaders and their accomplishments. All right. So, it was, really good stuff, back in those days. Hey, what's up, Rodney? How you doing, bro? Thanks for checking in. So that's still, I think that's still going on. It still would be going on for me as a network marketer, considering. Hey, Mermos, how are you, brother? I hope everything is good, man. Thank you for checking in. Let me wave out to both of you. Quiet mode turned on, swipe left. Okay. All right. Well, I hope I can see your comments either way. Hey, Crystal Jones in the house. Checking in. Appreciate you. All right. So back in those days, I could barely see myself here on this because of the way the messages are coming in. So a little challenge doing it on my phone versus doing it on my laptop. So those were content days, and I believe traditionally that's still going on, right? If my main network marketing company requires that I get out to one of these events, yes, absolutely. Matter of fact, I believe I have one coming up this month for my main network marketing company. What I'm trying to say is that back in the day, that was the one way for us to receive content. So it was about receiving content, right? Because traditionally, our upline would never really tell us to promote, or not to promote, but to become content providers, to, offer value to the people we're trying to reach out to, starting with our family, telling them to join us in our business. We have a double-sidedness now as network marketers, all right? You're just not going to flatly talk to people about joining your business. You now want to take a process of probing who potentially can join you in your team, right? Like, I remember the best network marketers do have that sense of posturing, like, this may not be for you. So I don't want to get you in my business if you're not going to really be thriving in it, which is really the position you should take. Old school network marketing depended mainly on the phone. And, if you were smart about it, you would do some emailing too. All right. Unfortunately, that was never taught by our uplines. What we were taught by my upline was really initially have that Monday meeting or whatever day meeting of the week where we would talk about all of our adventures in the real world, prospecting people, right? Because that's what we would do. People, not to mention through the use of flyers or postcards, which is still, I think, a good idea. All right. However, the idea of having to travel out to what we call dark houses and things like that. You got someone that lives in New Jersey, you're in the Bronx, and you're going to go out there to talk to them because they said yes to your opportunity. And when you get there, it's a dark house. Don't get me wrong. The biggest leaders establish their companies the old-fashioned way. They did that. They committed. They hit the road. And you have great successes of them transitioning from, from having a job to finally moving on to being full-time. But believe me, in today's day, with all the information we have, it's so hard to actually make the time to go out and make all of these visits and everything. Listen, on the internet, we have tremendous tools, all right? Starting with Facebook, that now gives you the ability to, on the private side, you can call someone. You could even have a face-to-face with them via Facebook Messenger. You got other tools out there like Zoom. We also have, these are tools you can use to actually make a meeting with someone. Now, I'm not talking about meeting with one person. If you spoke to 10, 12 prospects and you want to invite them to a Zoom, to finally give them a final probing or qualification process, or to share your presentation, it's perfect to do it over these new tools. All right. So quickly share a story with you. Got someone coming into my group, and that's Mermos. And Mermos tells me, "What's up, man? I hope you're still with me." And Mermos tells me, "Listen, I got old school network marketers." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, they don't believe in the internet. They have doubt. And that is true of a lot of old fashioned folks. Those folks being in my generation and prior, that really have a suspicion and a distrust for the internet." All right. So I'm here to tell people like that there are so many cool tools right now for you to qualify someone before you could even speak to them. All right. And it's just the power of, I know on Facebook, we got all the tools. It's like Facebook is aware of the challenges of anyone trying to start a home-based business. All right. And they just about solved a lot of the problems. Because Facebook, we have the main profile to express ourselves, to share our life with people. After that, you have a Facebook group, which you can start to create a warm community so you don't, bore your regular audience with stuff that really doesn't pertain to them. This way you could just casually share what's going on with your business, with your main group, right? Your main Facebook profile. But as people begin to express interest from your normal group, saying, "Hey, listen, I want to find out what you're doing. I'm really interested in earning some extra money." These are the people you're going to bring on to your Facebook group. You want to create that warm community because that's where you're going to be doing your training. That's where you're going to be building your team at, and we'll talk later about what two different types of groups you could have. But anyway, perfect for that. And then you have Facebook Messenger where you could inbox people, have conversations with them, do that face-to-face communication. Because remember, network marketing, at the end of the day, you're going to have to do the face-to-face routine. You're going to have to call that person and say, "Hey, how you doing? What are you? Where are you? Who are you? What are you trying to do? Can we work together?" You have to establish that communication, or else you're not really network marketing. You can't just rely on the technology, on the high tech alone. You can't rely on a post or a written message. The final product of the network marketer is to make belly-to-belly contact, eye-to-eye contact, face-to-face, mouth-to-mouth contact, or should we say conversation to conversation, right? I may say mouth-to-mouth, but I'm saying where you can hear yourselves, and you make the right questions to each other. And that's a process, right? So Facebook has all those tools, right? And if you don't want to do Facebook, there's other approaches and ways. Through YouTube, you can build up through Twitter, Instagram. Instagram also has a feature now where you can do videos and communicate with people via a private message. All of these social media platforms have the tools necessary for someone to expand on their message, the value they want to give, and attract those people or that target market, which we need to establish so badly as network marketers, right? Because you might have a group of 2,000 people on Facebook, but the goal now, your next step is to identify out of that 2,000, how many are interested in what you're doing. And if you are not having success in establishing that, then you're going to need more training, right? Because you may need to go outside of the Facebook arena and start probably your own blog. And when you start your own blog, you're going to the pure internet environment, right? And a website sits in the pure internet environment. And you still now have to find ways to create traffic to your website to finally speak to prospects and finally qualify people that are going to represent your target market for you to build a team. All right. So that's on the network marketer side. Better still, you got to create something that attracts people to you. And that's the part of content. That's what I was saying earlier. Those companies, they have those big events to inspire you and build you up with those events that we had to travel to, pay 3 days or 2 days in a hotel, and which is still going on now. But there's an alternative there, because the more you create content and you begin to indirectly address potential people by offering value, identifying the pains, challenges, and troubles of all of the people that are interested in probably earning money or looking to build a business, you can now offer them tools to help them get out of their pain, challenges, and troubles, whether they're interested in your opportunity or not. All right. But now, remember, it's referring people to products and services, and the people that using the services, referral setups or affiliate setups, set it up so that when someone uses the product, you get a small commission for it. So you're able to make money while helping other people, and on the other hand, building up your network business with potential people who are, hey Trisha, I got Francis. What's up, Francis? Thank you. And apparently they chimed in and they. That was a phone call coming in. So I'm going to wrap it up here. But I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone that popped up over here. Shoot me a like if you found this to, give you some value in your journey as a network marketer. Old school network marketing is great, but you're going to have